All right, folks, this is Dre, Tattoo Squid Podcast, here with Life Paranormal with V, part 2. So, how you doing, V?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. You know, it's a little dark outside. I see it's lighter by you. You're in Arizona.
Yeah, it's really nice outside right now.
Yeah, I know. It's like dark and you got snow over here, but
yeah, man, I heard about that. You guys are getting hit pretty hard over there.
yeah, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's getting down there. You know, February's coming around. We're probably gonna have more snow. Give or take. And then March comes around, and we might not have snow. It might be warmed up a little bit. So
yeah.
But I see you got the Def Leopard shirt on.
Yes. Yeah, right.
I got my, well, I don't have the rock thing, but I got my
worship coffee. Yeah, they're dope. I like them.
Yeah, we call it has like the Jew. You know, for people that you can't see it on the video, which you're gonna see it on YouTube. You know, if you're listening to this, it's basically druids and they're praising to the Dark Lord, which is a pot of coffee. And that's what we all need. We all need to worship the coffee when we go to work in the morning.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah, the Dark Lord. That's what it's called. I always get some weird stuff. I actually, you know, because my family's like, "What the fuck? You got some really weird shirts," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like for Christmas, I had, you know, it was a Christmas shirt, and it had, you know, the trimmings. It had the fireplace, kids by the fireplace, but apparently Santa got stuck in the fireplace and his feet are on fire. So
that is so awesome. I love that.
You know, it's on my girlfriend's looking at it like, I don't know if you should wear that because the kids are gonna look at it. I'm like, I don't think they really care.
I think they would get a kick out of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, at first they're like, Uncle Andre, what's that? I'm like, it's Santa Claus, he's on fire. And I'm like, yeah. But you know,
it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's self-explanatory, you know, because my nephews are really, when it's Halloween, they know that I want to dress scary. So they're like, why are you dressing scary? I'm like, it's Halloween. It's like, yeah, but people dress like, you know, like superheroes. I'm like, I don't think I'm a superhero. I'm an evil looking person. So I'm like, and honestly, this was like about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I believe. And they were like, listen, don't, and I dressed up like a voodoo doll.
Oh, cool, dude.
So it was really fucking hot. I mean, honestly, this thing was like so insulated that, you know, and it was a warm day for Halloween. And I'm like, holy shit, it's fucking, I'm sweating. And my nephews are looking at me like, why are you dressing like so scary? And I'm like, and my brother looked at it and he goes, well, that's the way he does. That's how he does. And then
you're like, go big or go home, baby.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. Right? But then I said to my brother, I'm like, listen, next year, and this is way before COVID hit. I told him, I was like, listen, you know what? I'm gonna dress up in a dress. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna wear a wedding dress, and there you go. You know, and then he looked at me, and then, you know, my sister-in-law was like, no, you wouldn't. And my brother just turned around and looked at her like, listen, he dressed like a woman for Halloween years ago. Because I had the hair. My hair was down to here. You know, past my shoulders. And then my mom and dad, this is going to be, I can see this on Twitter now. Yeah. And he was like, Andre, like this. And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Well, anyway. So I had, what did I had? I had the boots, so that was mine. Everything else, my mom and my sister dressed me up. So my sister had like the sweatshirt, the you know, skirt, whatever. I had the hair, so my mom put it in braids and pigtails. Actually, I think it was, and you know, the blush and everything else. And I walked out there, and my brother's friends like, I didn't know you had no sister. It's like, no, that's Andre. That's right. So, and I got honked at too. I got humped by people in the car. Like, hey, baby. I'm like,
Oh
what do you
my,
want? Oh shit, God.
she's a
Yeah, she's a dude, and that was it. And then I went to my friend's house. His aunt took a picture of me, so there's a picture of me floating around somewhere in the internet. I don't know, somewhere.
that's
'Cause my friend's a computer nerd, so. But yeah,
that's
that's a life of the squid, So, um, so how's everything going? How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's?
it was
Um,
good.
I'm
We're keeping it like safe. We're not doing like big get-togethers, but it was fun. We had a good time. The kids, anytime the kids enjoy themselves and they're happy, it brings us joy. It brings me joy. So it was good. It was really good.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, because now it's getting to the point where people are going to be comfortable to go to people's houses and
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. We didn't do it last year. Like we had Christmas and New Year's by ourselves. So
yeah,
it was nice to spend time with family this time.
yeah,
It was
definitely.
really,
Yeah, we went to
yeah.
well, what was it? We went like Thanksgiving. We always go to my sister's, so we did a Thanksgiving there, and we did like a group thing. And I was like, all right, this is cool. And then we usually do like Christmas at my brother's house, and then so we're all set, we're all ready. And then all of a sudden, after we got the call saying, yeah, we call so and so sick, so we're trying not to get anybody sick. And so now it's like, oh, now it's been 2 years without us having a Christmas together, and I'm like, that's all right, it happens, whatever.
You have next year and stuff too. So
Yeah, yeah. And
it'll
plus,
be,
hopefully, yeah.
yeah.
I like your jacket. Your jacket with the sleeves and all that.
Yeah, it has like these cool like geometric kind of shit on there with
Oh,
moons and stuff. Yeah, I know it's cold. Like it's sunny out, but it's cold. Outside. It's probably like in the 60s, lower 60s right now.
sure. Come to Long Island. You can see how
I
cold.
know, right? I'd freeze my ass off. We're not used to cold down here, so anything right now, we're like, it's cold. Everyone's the line of Starbucks is like all around because everyone's like, let's get some warm coffee.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, that's like
I
crazy.
know.
I'm like, man, we're trying to stay indoors and not go out anywhere. Me, I'll go out, no problem. I'm
I'm
like,
telling you.
I can't sit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. People are still going outside and tanning right now, that's for sure, even though it's cold. That's just Arizona. It's Arizona for you.
Yeah. So tell everybody that doesn't know, because I was going to introduce you and tell them what you do, but I don't want to go and destroy it on you.
Destroy.
So you would say a lot better what you do, what you are, and just put it out there and see, describe. Yeah.
Who I am. All right. So I'm V, and I am going on about 30 years now. I'm a medium and clairvoyant. I have been since I was about, I think it started around 3 years old, I believe, 3 or 4 years old. Really listening and speaking, and just interacting with the spirit world in general. I have a podcast. It's called Life Paranormal with V, and I talk about my experiences that have been good and bad. So a lot of them have, really taught me a lot. And the guests that I have on my show, they've experienced many things as well. And I like to know how, these interactions with the spirit world or, the unexplained have impacted people, because, it's more of like, we do talk about scary shit on my show, but it's more of like, I want to know how it affected people. I want to know what they learned from it. Did it, affect them negatively? Because, growing up the way I did, it was very difficult. It makes you feel really lonely. You can't tell people about anything. You feel weird. You question yourself about it.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people who experience paranormal activity, they start to question themselves. They feel embarrassed to talk about it. So, my show it's really creepy. We talk about a lot of creepy stuff, but I really love the guests that come on, and I love their stories. And there's a lot to learn from it. It's pretty deep. We get deep in there, and some of the stuff we talk about is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, but
as it's real.
certain people probably wouldn't think it's terrifying. They're like, oh wait, I think I've done that before, or I think
Yeah,
I experienced that before. So
yeah,
you're trying to help people out too. So to
yeah,
get through, which you do as well. From what I
yeah,
understand from before, that you help out a lot of people if they don't understand what's going on, and then they explain it
yeah.
to you, and then you give them your hypotheses of
Yes, it is. But I do readings for people, so it's like, like mentoring them and advocating and just bringing more positivity into the community. Right now it's pretty much like it's a joke, and uh there's a lot of people just like me. We're paranormal enthusiasts. We love the paranormal and everything to do with it. And but I think people forget what it's really about and how it really affects people, on a different level. Because it's not all fun and games all the
yeah.
time. But I have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, and this is like the first, I don't know, maybe this is like the first podcast. Well, I'm not saying the first podcast, but like when you did it
Hmm.
before, in the beginning, you didn't want to be on camera and all that. And lo and behold, you're on camera again. But
Yeah.
you're getting comfortable with it, I guess, because I think with the other ones, you haven't really done the video, I guess.
It's kind of like you go into hiding almost,
Yeah.
and which is what I did for many, many years. I think this is about almost 4 years now that I've really like opened up to it and been talking about it. But
Yeah.
I felt like it was time to start a podcast, but not more of a podcast, but like to really reach more people, because I felt so confined, like a lot of us during COVID and lockdown and stuff. And I just felt like, I couldn't help anybody then. So I was like, what's another way I can? So that's when I really started, podcasting and stuff.
Yeah, you have like a little vlog kind of thing,
Yeah.
and you got guests coming on and everything else. It is a podcast, but it's also a vlog. Like I'm doing here, it's somewhat a vlog too. You're just getting
Yeah.
your inner emotions out there and getting your stories
Yeah.
going. So,
Exactly.
but anything
Um,
new? Anything? Well, we noticed Jesse James. Oh, so people that don't know, and she has a nice little doggy right there named Jesse James.
yeah, he's on my lap right now. He's asleep. He's asleep now. He's chilling.
Don't we all be like, yeah, we always slept in cars. We're like, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's this the car too is really, like I was telling you, I'm inside my car recording because my house is so loud with the kids right now. I'm like, oh God. And plus, like I like to, this is my outlet too. Like when I need some time by myself, I'll just take a drive. So my car is just like a chill place for me at the end. So
Yeah, there you go. But you had
yeah.
we were talking about before that you had some kind of incident actually
Oh yeah.
at one point.
In this car,
Mm,
actually, right here it
yeah.
happened. Yeah, so it was last week actually. And I was just telling you about it. Like I thought of you the first thing because you and I were talking the last time
Yeah.
on your show that you were driving one time and something started kicking the back of your seat.
Hmm.
And something happened like that to me last week where I was driving coming back from my parents' house. It was late, so I was on the freeway listening to music. I had it have it bumped up. I'm singing. I'm like in the zone, and then I feel something from the back seat right here grab my arm hard, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like pulling like to scare me or anything. It was kind of like if someone just like put their arm on you, or sorry, their
And
hand on your arm, feel the two fingers.
yeah.
And at first I thought it was, I was gonna turn around and yell like at my kids or something. I was like, shit, I'm all alone. So I was like, God, and like I didn't swerve really bad, but I just kind of like went like that. And I was like, oh shit. And I
Yeah.
rolled down the windows and whatever's in here, I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, you scared the shit out of me. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But that was like creepy thing that happened recently. Things
Yeah.
happen to me daily and they always have. It's not like that every day where something happens, but I've experienced something too. A couple nights ago my grandma came by to say hi, and she grabbed me by she grabbed my foot really gently and was standing by the bed. So it was nice to see her too and feel her because I was, we've been going through my family, so I think I felt like it was some reassurance. And I was talking to you right now, and it was crazy because I was thinking about sharing that with you right now. And as I was thinking about my grandma, this hummingbird showed up right in front of my car where I have my flowers, and it was just like right there. And hummingbirds for me, they represent, the our loved ones who have passed. And every time I see a hummingbird, it reminds me of my grandma's. So it's crazy that she showed up as we're talking and stuff, and I was thinking about her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The thing with the arm, getting my arm. James, what are you doing? James is just
Yeah, he got his own little seat, like his own little I'm just gonna lay back here. You guys are talking too much.
Oh, I didn't have James with me, so it wasn't James either. I was by myself.
Yeah.
But the other time, like when I got really scared shitless, also was I was home alone, and my husband was gone with our kids, and Jesse James, he was here. He was just sleeping in my bed, and I'm in the shower. I'm getting out, and I don't hear. I'm drying off, and I can literally see the door like shake because something went like that, like boom, hard on the door, banged on it hard, one big bang, but it struck the door, and I saw it, and it made me jump, and I was like, oh God, like I yelled because I was pissed. I thought my husband came home and banged on the door. So I was like, what? What? And nobody answered. And then I put my towel on. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look out. I'm like, hello? And no one's home. And I checked the driveway, and no one is home. So I was like, the hair on the back of my neck stood up, and I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
Once you need to leave, if you're not family, if you're not invited, you need to leave. And I opened doors and let it out, because that's just the first thing that you do, at least for me, when I've experienced stuff like that. I'm just like, if you're not family, if you're not invited, get out, and I'll open the window or open a door and have it leave. But just this I've been noticing, like, at home, it happened today, where something will knock twice, like on the window. It happened right now in the morning when I was eating breakfast at the back window. And then last week, me and my kids were sitting in the living room, and I thought that the mailman got here and had to knock on the door for me to sign something, because we heard bang, bang. And my dog started barking, and I opened the door. It was nobody. And I thought someone ding dong ditched my house. We checked, it was nobody.
Yeah.
So that little stuff is happening, and I don't know. I'm feeling like we have one, like a trickster spirit around, and I'm trying to figure.
I've heard of those before. I heard of those.
Yeah, it's like something that comes around the neighborhood. I've been told that it's just something that kind of goes around our neighborhood and just kind of, it just it's just pulling shit. It's not trying to harm or anything, but
it's like
I don't know.
Doing a prank, like they'll bang on the door twice and then run, and you're looking like, all right, where the fuck? Yeah.
When they start doing it 3 times, dude, that's not good. The 3 not good. That's for sure.
Yeah. You see from, I know, I'm not saying I know from experience, but I know, like, when I watch like horror movies, and they do have that certain kind of thing going on there, like the paranormal activity movies, which I know some of them could be real. Some could be just like, oh, it's for the movie. But certain things that they get can be real, come from real life experiences. Like knocking on the door twice or knocking on 3 times, but then there's nobody there. But it could be you let something in. Like you were saying, let the doors open so they can leave.
Yeah. So I think I talked about it on one of my episodes where I experienced something really scary with my mom and my sister one time with the knocking. My dad was out of town, and this was when I was still living at home, and when I was young in college, and my boyfriend had just left, and my husband, at the time it was my boyfriend. So he just left. It was just us. We closed the lights, getting ready. We were in our rooms, and in our home, the garage door is locked, so we had 2 ways to get in, either through the front door or through the garage. So the garage is closed. We lock the garage door at night anyways. And we were hearing bang, 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 bang. And then it'd come again, bang, 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 bang. And it was like someone was trapped inside the garage and they were trying to get in and they were banging so hard. I can still hear it. And my mom and I were seeing the doorknob moving like that. Like something was trying to get in. And we were like, I had my phone in one hand and I went to the kitchen, I grabbed a freaking knife and I'm looking out at the front of our house because I'm just like, shit, is somebody parked in the front of our house? Someone's trying to get in. So I called my boyfriend. He's like, crap. He was like already on the freeway. He's like, I'm turning back. And I was like, you're not going to make it in time. We're going to be dead or something by the time you get. So I had enough. And my best friend, he was nearby. He's like, dude, I'm just like down the street. I'm coming. And he got there. I told my mom and sister, I was like, go into your rooms. I'm going to go through the front. My mom was like, no. And I'm just like, I got this. So I went out through the front. I'm looking around. My friend is right. You have to kind of go up the hill to get up to our garage. So he was waiting down there and he's like, dude, I have my bat. And I was like, cool, I got a knife. And I had the garage door opener, you know, because I would keep one in my purse. So I grabbed it. I had it. I was like, dude, I'm going to press it. And I'll go on this side, you go on that side. And you just like, let's just see what's in there. So we were ready. We opened the garage door. It's opening. We're looking on the bottom underneath the cars to see if anything's there. There was nothing there. Nothing. There was like no animals or anything. We didn't have a dog at the time. So what the hell was it? It was like literally terrorizing us. It was banging so hard on the door. It was frightening, dude. It was awful. It was awful.
Well, I mean, at least it's a life experience too, so you can see what's going on, and that makes you a little bit more stronger to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Back then it scared me, but like, you know, when shit happens now, I just stand up to afraid anymore, you know?
Yeah. You can be like, you know, something happens like, don't worry about this person over here. Yeah.
Or off and you play it off. It's actually very healthy for you.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get things with fear anymore. You know, I think it's like that in anything in life. You know, you feed fear into, you know, stuff. It consumes you and it doesn't serve you, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I have a fear of, I don't fear much. I mean, like the only thing I don't like is heights, which is like I'm in an airplane. Obviously, everybody has that kind of fear. And snakes. But I mean, snakes to me were like the ones that are, you know, like garter snakes, no problem. You know, anything little, something that's not going to bother you. Like even a boa, you know, because it's not going to strike you. But then everything else that's like pulver-wise, which you're not going to see. But if you go live somewhere, like say in Arizona, you know.
Here we have tons of rattlesnakes.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You know, like, listen, you might as well come out here to visit, and I might not be going over there. So, because somebody was saying to there was another guy I was talking to, Steve. He does there's a podcast called Break On Through, and he lives in Florida. So he's like, dude, we got snakes everywhere, and this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna live in fucking Florida. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I rather live like somewhere like, you know, Maine, where it's like, you know, snow, and you know, I'll deal with an honorable snowman than fucking snakes. Yeah.
Or I'm scared of going to Australia too. I've had people who live there. Oh shit, that's the stuff they have. The bats though, like my friend said she would go running in the I forget what time of the day she'd go running, and she's like, you would just see the trees swaying.
Yeah.
Because the bats are huge over there, and you would just see the trees kind of going like this because they were so heavy. They were making the trees rock.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, there's pictures of them, like, you know, they look like human size, you know, like sleeping upside down, and I'm like, and then the bugs, and I seen how bugs are about the size of a fucking table, and I'm like, nope. You know, and I'm not waking up to like, you know, somebody going, hey, how you doing? You want some tea? I'm like, no, get away. You know, I'm like, ugh. Anyway, I mean, I don't mind bugs. I don't, you know, my girlfriend's niece does not like bugs. I don't mind them, but not going to Australia. No, you know.
Not big venomous things,
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's
I want the big ones anyway. You know, like I want to go in a thing where there's gonna be something hanging from the wall, and that photo's you know, like a painting. You know,
yeah.
you know. So, but have you ever gone? Speaking of travels, actually, you know, have you ever gone anywhere like travel wise or with your ability? You know, does it hold you back from going to, like, say, if you're going to go like on a trip to, I'm not going to say Australia, but like say France or
Yeah.
whatever, you know?
No, I do like past life readings and stuff, so I feel like I've been all around the world when I do stuff like that. But traveling, no, I actually find it really fun now that when I travel now, I'm able to even like pick up on where I'm staying, like the history of it, and like it's cool. It's like going back in time almost.
Mhm.
Um, I did I did go to we stayed at like a bed and breakfast when we went to Boston, and that was years back. But at the time my abilities were still kind of, they were there, but like I said, over the years I turned them out. I just like turned them down. I just didn't want to deal with it. But
Mhm.
when we were there, I was feeling so much stuff. I was feeling something touching me at night as well there, but it was kind. It was really kind. But I actually think it's fun. Like I like traveling to different places I never experienced, because it's like an opportunity to see through, the eyes of like the past.
Yeah.
It's, but it's kind of, it's not cool when you feel like the negative stuff.
Yeah.
I probably felt that. Let me think of the other time I felt something bad. Really haunted places. I don't do ghost hunting. I pretty much, when I walk into someone else's house, I feel it right away.
Yeah.
You know, or driving by a house. There's a house here in the neighborhood. On our way to our house, like every time I pass it, I don't make eye contact with it because I feel something really bad in it.
Yeah.
And I've seen something in the window one time when I was driving by it. I was like, oh hell no. So no, it doesn't restrict me. If anything, like I think it's fun. I think I wouldn't mind doing ghost hunting one day. Not ghost hunting per se, but just exploring, and
Yeah.
maybe like trying to help ghosts pass on. I hate knowing that they're stuck somewhere. So
Isn't it like
I don't know.
well, you figured like if you're going on an airplane and you're going to a trip. Now the reason why I was asking that, because certain people, I guess, that have abilities tend to go on an airplane and get bombarded, by
Um,
negative or whatever.
oh,
You know what I mean? You sit there, you like,
oh,
and you get bombarded. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like a
yeah, you're
wave.
talking about energy. Oh yeah, dude, I'm the most introverted person. Like I like to, I'm a Leo, so I also like to, go out and do stuff, but
Uh-huh. Leo.
going out to the store, yeah, right.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm like, because I'm so empathic and I pick up on shit, energy and stuff like that, like that would overwhelm me. Like I get exhausted being around big groups of people. Um, just feeling different emotions. Even when I'm driving, dude, like I'll pick up on somebody like driving with road rage. I can see them in the lanes ahead of me and I can feel them, all the anxiety, my blood's pumping, I feel aggressive. And yeah, it does affect you. I just think that you I've practiced a lot of like being mindful and like,
Ooh.
you're okay, dude. Being
I heard
being
that too.
mindful and
Oh,
he's pissed off at me.
God.
But yeah, it does affect you. That stuff does. Going to big events, baseball games and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I haven't COVID happened, but actually enjoying being a homebody, to be honest with you. So,
Yeah, there you
you know,
go. All right, well, that's
yeah.
cool. That's cool. So what
Yeah.
would be the perfect vacation for you and the kids and husband or whatever, that
Dude, I really want to take my kids to like, Disneyland. My kids have been wanting to do that.
well, that's
Um,
obvious. I mean, but I mean like
yeah,
something that nobody
that's
really goes to.
yeah, I've been wanting to take a vacation alone. As horrible as that sounds, I've been wanting to take like a girls trip to Sedona, Arizona. It's
Okay.
beautiful there. I want to spend like a good weekend. They have like these, it's okay, buddy. They have vortexes there and all this like the energy and just the, there's a lot of spiritual energy there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to do Salem during, fall.
Yeah.
Even experience Halloween. Like I even told my husband, I was like, we need definitely a honeymoon, I was like, I love to honeymoon in Salem.
Hey, it's
So
something, it's like
yeah, right.
I wouldn't mind Salem. I haven't gone there at all. I'm like, I want to go, and it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go overseas, but I have this fear, dude, of like flying over the ocean.
Yeah.
But I would like to go to like Ireland and Spain because that's where my family's from. So, but I have that fear of flying over the ocean. I'll get on a plane, but not over the ocean. It freaks me out.
I mean, we could. I went to Ireland. You would love it over there. It's like,
What?
yeah, it's because when I was married, me and my wife got married, and she had like a medical history. After when we got married, we found out. Thing went. We went to like for our honeymoon, we went to Ireland. I'm like, all right, cool. So we were the kind of people that, we're not going to go like on the tour bus. You go with older people and you're on the tour bus.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
we'd like to go our own shit. So we got the car, went on our own way. That was it. And I did most of the driving. Apparently, I drive a lot better in Ireland than I do on Long Island because you got to drive on the wrong side of the road, and apparently I do that better. So, but I never, I didn't taste the nectars of Irish brewery because
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh,
but it was
because
fine.
you were driving.
Yeah, I was driving, and but then we went to Italy because her brother wanted to get married in Italy, so we got plane tickets, and he's like, "Listen, don't worry about the arrangements of staying." He's like, "We got the villas, everything's set up. All you got to do is get the plane tickets. That's it." And I'm like, "Okay, I think we can handle that." And then they looked at me like, "Andre, you're gonna drive?" And I'm like, "Fuck that! I drove in Ireland. I'm drinking in Italy." That was it. So, and I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I did white wine. I tried looking for beer, and I found beer with like a 40 ounce.
Nice.
And
You drink.
yeah,
That's
I was
awesome.
doing 40s, but yeah, it's like Italy has its own history of paranormal stuff. Ireland, I think, has some kind of paranormal history in some way.
Oh yeah.
But
It does. I would love to travel there. That's awesome.
Yeah, we call it I was like when I was in Ireland, I was like looking around for leprechauns. Yeah, I'm looking at the rainbow. I'm like, listen, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And
I feel like they're such like ancient like beings there. I feel like it's older than I just feel like I'd love to go there to just feel that energy. It'd be awesome.
I don't want to meet the leprechaun like like the movie Leprechaun. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
That
movie used to scare the shit out of me.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It never really scared like me like as it is, and I'm like, yeah, okay. It was fun,
Yeah.
But like Poltergeist, like we talked about like Poltergeist, on the L episode. That's scary enough as it is because that was in your wheelhouse as it is, Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah.
But
exactly.
what other what should I say here? Like when you go and do, does people come to your house? Do they just come up to you like, listen, can you give us a reading? Or do you just feel something? I don't want to say that you're like one of those like people that you see on TV.
Oh, nah, dude. I don't approach anybody. Like everything is kind of like, I'll get a text message someday from like an unknown number and they're like, hey, I got your number from so and so. Or I'll have clients up. Like I just had a bunch of clients tell me like they want readings for the new year and stuff.
Yeah.
So and then I just recently, it was really sad. I got referred to these two people by a client, and she's like, you know, I've had these people, their loved ones passed away recently, and I was helping them. I've been talking to them for the past couple of months, so that's been really sad, like doing that type of reading, like a reading where I have to connect somebody with their loved ones. Like it's sad, you know. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to help though, but it's just really sad.
Yeah.
You know, it's a process, but yeah, that's mostly how it is. It's just word of mouth. You know, I feel like if I need to approach somebody out in public, like it's only when I'm near them or something. Like I don't know, or even on the phone talking to the people at T-Mobile, the assistant that helped me. I was just telling her that I felt a huge blessing was going to come in her life. I was like, I just feel like I have to tell you because I feel like you're having a really hard day, and I just feel like the worries with your finances are going to get better within like the next 3 months. She's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And she started crying on the phone with me. She's like, how would you know that? I was like, I don't know. I just feel like I needed to tell you that. Stuff like that, you know, but I'm not going to go out of my way and approach somebody, you know. I've had people tell me about stuff like that, or I've seen it on TV, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, everybody's different, to each his own, right? But I don't do it like that.
I mean, there's we call it, I don't really know, I forgot what the lady's name is, but she has like a show and she's from Long Island where I'm at. And
Long Island Medium?
Yeah, I forgot what her name is though, but
Teresa?
Huh?
Teresa.
Oh yeah, Caputo, that's it.
Yeah.
But you know, she would go, from what I've seen, like, you know, she'll go up there and talk, and they're like, oh, I just need to tell you about this. I'm like, to me, I'm like, that would be like crazy. I'm like, yeah, some woman coming up to you. Actually, there was a woman that came up to me today. I was in the parking lot of Wendy's. Speaking of Wendy's, after I burped, yeah, that we could, you know, it was at Wendy's, and this older lady came up, and I see this lady though. She starts selling shit like every time, you know. And she pulls up, and I thought, you know, when I was backing out, I thought she was honking at me because I almost hit her or something, or I was in the parking spot. But then she pulled up next to me, and she goes, excuse me, sir, you're such a nice person. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. And she goes, would you like to buy something? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You know, and it's like, I got stuff in the trunk. You want to see? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm going to go and eat. I'm sorry, you know. But I got a question for you though. I got see now. I mentioned before to you that me and my girlfriend are gonna be looking at houses, right? And we seen this one house. Now, my question is, if we go, like, say, and get this like house, and been told that somebody passed away that lived in the house. I don't know if they passed away in the house, but is there stuff can be lingering at that house, you know, or is there something we should do, you know, like say we are going to go for the house, just say.
And you guys were told somebody died there?
Yeah, or well, no, not there, but it said the person passed away. So we don't know if they passed away there or somewhere, like say in a hospital or something, but is there a chance to, you know, do something so there's nothing there? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. You can smudge and cleanse your house before you go in. I feel like nothing bad is in there. I don't know. I feel like a male passed away, and I'm feeling his energy there, but it's nothing bad. But what you could do is when you go in, and you know, you go in there with respectful energy, and you're just like, we're gonna make sure that we take care of your home. We bought this home now, but what you can also do is when you are, you know, cleansing it, it doesn't matter, like everybody leaves an imprint on their house, to be honest with you. You live there for so long, you leave your energy anyways in there. So saging it, and I'll give you the steps on what you need to do, but I don't think anything bad is going to come of it. Is it like a townhouse?
It's little, like a mobile home, kind of like manufactured home. So
I don't know why I saw like a little 2-story townhouse or something.
No, that's what we would like to get, but I don't think that's going to be in our price range.
I don't know.
But yeah, we could. The place is like, now mobile homes now, are like really look very nice.
Oh,
They come out
yeah,
real good.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel good. I think that it's gonna be okay. I mean, you could
Yeah.
do something on the property, but I don't get a bad feeling from it. I
Okay.
don't know.
All right. Yeah. No problem. Because I was like, when they said it, they didn't really say if it was like something that happened there or if it's something that happened when they were said in the hospital or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, I think.
I'll keep in touch with you. We call it just in case if we do get that. If we get that kind of property and all that, then and I find out more information, then I'll message you.
I
The,
don't
the
know why I keep hearing like you're gonna keep looking, but and if you get it, you get it. But I don't know why I keep on hearing something else. We'll see.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like, well, no, because we haven't done pre-approval. Like you have a house and all that, so you had to go through all the motions
Oh yeah, we do.
and
Mhm.
the cross the T's and dot the I's
Yeah,
and
sure.
and not to be very cynical about it, but like, hey, let's drop some blood on there while we're at it.
You might well though, dude, when you sign your life away on that.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what it seems like
Crazy.
signing your life away because all those papers, you're like, your hands get cramped. You're like, oh, son of a bitch. Wake up. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
but we could also I'm trying to figure out I don't know. I think that's about it, I guess. I don't know. Is there anything else that you want to go and tell everybody?
Oh, I no, I'm just glad being back. Like I said, I knew I'd be back. I have to get you on my show. I know there's so we talked the last time about some stuff, so we can have you on my show. But
Yeah.
no, I think yeah, you know me. I'm creepy, spooky girl. Stuff happens to me every day, but um no, yeah,
She may
just
be talking about creepy and spooky stuff, but she's a beautiful girl. Yeah.
thank you. No, it comes to territory, dude. Like people are like would never think that I'm so weird, but I am. So
We go. You're rocking all the hard rock stuff and everything else, and hey, that's
yeah,
a check mark in my book. Yeah. So,
yeah,
but also tell everybody where they can find you. Uh,
yeah. So I took off my website. It was just, I don't know. I'm looking into getting a link tree. But you can find my podcast on Apple, Spotify, and any major platform. And yeah, it'd be nice. Stop and anybody listening, stop by and give my show a listen.
yeah, it's like, listen, I listen to pretty much every episode that she has,
Yeah,
and it's like story among stories, and that she lives through it. So
yeah.
this is her life story that she lived through when she was 8. I believe that's when it first started, when you were 8 years old, I think, right? Or
Oh,
something.
yeah. Shit really ramped up at that age, but it really started when I was about 3 or 4 when I
Yeah,
was
or
living in
give or
Colorado.
take, yeah, when it manifests more, I think it was like around
Oh,
age
yeah.
8. Yeah.
I was about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
That's when like stuff hit the fan for the worst. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, go check her stuff out. We call it, everyone is a different story. It's a different thing. She puts her own spin of what happened because she was there. And you learn a lot from what the entity is or what kind of
Yeah.
person it is, or what to do about it, what kind of precautions to go about. And
Yeah.
and don't be afraid of it. If
Yeah.
it's like malevolent, or is that the word for it,
I'm
malevolent,
flippant. Uh-huh.
and just treat it like, like, listen, you're not allowed here, that's it,
Yeah.
and then
It
if
kind
it
of shows you shit in real life too, like not to put up with bad people and bullshit and put boundaries up because that's how it is in life. You have to stand up for what's right and be like a beacon of hope and of light, because right now when things are so dark and people are just nasty now, they're just nasty and awful. Not that they haven't been before, but God, it's like things have stepped up another level. So I think that even if you don't believe in, the paranormal and shit, like at least you know that people are bad and they're evil. And if there's anything you can learn from the show, it's that, you can't let your guard down. You got to just, stand up for, you just got to stand up to stuff like that, you know?
You know, do what I do. I don't take shit from anybody. Yeah,
Don't take shit from no one.
yeah, that's it. Even if they're dead, don't take shit from anybody. You know, that's it. You know, some squid told you that. You know, like listen,
Yeah,
they come to see me. Just don't bring a snake and don't put me in the air. You know, that's about it. But
that's gonna be your new T-shirt. You should do. Don't take shit from nobody.
don't take squid from anybody. You know.
Don't take. That's nice. I love that.
So I got to talk to my the person that's trying to do my shirts or whatever. You know, because I'm like, listen, how about this one? You know, because
That's awesome.
now I reached a milestone of 2,000 followers and more, and
Shit,
hopefully get to
good
5,000.
job. That's fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, and I'm like, yeah, let's get to 10,000, and I'm like, all right, and you know, there's certain people like the people that we just talked about, like Big Nick, and
Yeah.
and then there's another one called Pixie,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and well, let me write this down for honorary mentions. Hold on, Big Nick. And no, he's not a porn star. He would like to think so, but you know, and Pixie was a stripper, so there we go. But as it is, they had this thing where they reached 10,000. You know, Big Nick said that he'll go and do the podcast with his shirt off, and you know, so if I get to 10,000, I might do the same thing. I don't know. But you know, because then you get to see my tattoos on the thing, and you know,
Yeah, like those
like,
the Chippendales little bow tie, like that little thing.
you gotta hear, folks. You know, V's dressing me right now, so yeah, she wants to see me in the bow tie.
Gotta get the cufflinks from the Chippendales. The
Oh.
little wings.
Wow, she's going above and beyond now. We got the cufflinks now too. If I had to wear spandex, I might say no. Because Chippendales wear the spandex, and I don't really have nobody for spandex. You know, not like what was that show? Saturday Night Live. You know, with Chris Farley. You know, when he did that,
Yes, that
with
was
Patrick
so
Swayze.
fun.
Like, see, I got the body of like a Chris Farley. Yeah, you don't want to see that. Yeah, that's you know, I'm gonna have a picture of Wendy's on my stomach. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
You're-
no. Well, thanks so much for having me. I think Jesse James needs to use the restroom. He's like crying. I'm sorry.
I think that was the reason why he was making the noises, I think.
He's ready.
But
But
I usually go and talk to people afterwards, but since Jesse needs to relieve, you know, we're gonna go and end it soon. And
okay.
then so also, and oh, real quick, hopefully Jesse don't get mad at me when I say this, that also follow me, Linktree, linktr.ee/TA2SQUID podcast, and there's all the links. And then
Yeah.
follow V, you know, you got a whole bunch of cool shit to listen to.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully Jesse James has one for you as well. So
Yes.
yeah. But all right, Jesse, go relieve in peace, and you know,
We're gonna get out of the car now.
yeah, watch out for fire hydrant.
Oh, the spirit behind me? I know. It's gonna come too.
All righty. So
All right.
I'll talk to you later. Take it
Okay.
easy.
Take care.